Hey, Leslie Buddy here, Ninjas in High Heels, and we are here to talk to you about time and financial freedom today. And I've got Periscope going in this other screen right here so that people on my Periscope account can watch and see how a Google Hangout actually works. So if you want to follow the Periscope, go and join me on Periscope at Ninja High Heels. And you'll be able to watch the Periscope while we're doing the actual Hangout. So let's introduce my friends. Don, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Don Schmidt, the Book Kahuna. Leslie's actually my sponsor, and I'm here to discuss whatever she wants me to discuss. Just put me in a direction, and I'll go. That's how it goes.
I love a man who does what I tell him to do.
Yes, that's why I'm here. I'm here to serve. Yes.
I love it. And Kevin, Mr. eBay Johnson, introduce yourself.
Hello, Leslie. This is Kevin, Mr. eBay Johnson, and I'm associated with Leslie and Company. Can we mention the name of the company? Don is wearing the hat. And Power Network.
Oh, I just picked this hat up. It was like just lying around, so you know.
Hey, Kevin, talk again. You seem to go black when you talk. Oh, that's better.
Okay. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've been on eBay since 2001, and if you're interested in learning a little bit more about me, you can check out an interview that I did on WeirdEntrepreneurs.com with a good friend of mine, Justin Berengia. And they'll give you an insight on what I'm about and who I am, and just you get to know me through that interview.
Hey, Don, I think you're getting some feedback. You need to maybe mute something. Yeah, because your face keeps showing up when Kevin talks.
I'm not showing up? Or?
He keeps interrupting you.
Oh, okay.
So, Weird Entrepreneurs. Let's talk just for a quick second about Weird Entrepreneurs. I'm not sure which screen to look at, right? So, Kevin has been working with us. Don and I are on CAST, and CAST is what we call the people who serve through service leadership. And when we go to events, work events, we bring people into the organization, into the room, and we work the VIP room where you get food, and we just help event attendees. And Kevin has been doing this for 3 or 4 events with us, so we've known Kevin for quite some time. But it wasn't until this event that I was challenged to do 50 videos in 48 hours that I sat down and I interviewed Kevin. And when I interviewed Kevin, I discovered finally, after knowing him at least a year, maybe longer, that he was actually Mr. eBay. He sells crap on eBay for tons of money. So that's what he was interviewed on with Weird Entrepreneurs. And I haven't listened to it yet. He has, what's it called, an iPod, not an iPod.
Podcast.
A podcast, thank you. He's on a podcast, and we will, excuse me, we will show you the link below because you have to catch this podcast. They have the coolest people on their podcast, and I am so thrilled that I actually know somebody who was featured on a podcast. So today we're all going to have to watch Kevin, Mr. eBay, on Weird Entrepreneurs, or listen to Weird Entrepreneurs, because he just went live yesterday on Weird Entrepreneurs. So you'll be on the cutting edge, and we'll get to learn even more about him. I'm so thrilled for you, Kevin.
That's very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that's awesome. And for those of you following us on Periscope, if you've never been on Periscope before, if you wonder why the videos are a little weird, to do Periscope you have to have your phone up and down like this, because if you go like this, you look all kinds of sideways. So Periscope only works up and down like this. And if you're watching Periscope for the very first time, right above the number of people that you see all these hearts coming out? Hearts are how you show the love, how you show the like. And when you really like someone, give them up to 500 hearts. You can give them more than 500, but 500 hearts is how hearts Periscope will record for each user that watches a Periscope. If you really love them and you want to give them more, then pop out and pop back on, and you can give another 500 hearts. But keep giving. Hey, David, if you're still on, give me some hearts so people can see the hearts coming up. Give me some hearts, you guys. Click on the little thing. The hearts will float up on this side right above the numbers. You just click on there right above the numbers, and the hearts show up. So that's how you use that new functionality called Periscope. And you can even watch, I think I went off now because I don't see the bottom of it. And you can even give people hearts for 24 hours after they've recorded. So that's what Periscope is all about. So Don's on with, what's your Twitter handle, Don, for Periscope?
At the Book Kahuna.
Hey, Kevin, you joined me. Yeah, click on it and give us some hearts, Kevin. We'll show them hearts. Just tap your finger on the screen.
I think I'd be getting more hearts if this was just an audio. I think it's like the whole visual thing that's killing it.
What do you mean I'm beautiful?
No, I'm talking about mine. I think people are running away. It's like,
right,
what are we looking at? What's this guy doing?
So Periscope was one of the things that we learned about this weekend at the event. That was one of the takeaways. But honestly, the biggest takeaway for me, folks, the biggest takeaway was when our friend Brian Couch, we went to pre-event training, which is where you get some of the best information. I got to tell you, if you go to an event and your sponsor or your millionaire mentor has a pre-event training, go to that because, oh my God, you get so much good stuff. But Brian Couch threw out a challenge, and the challenge he threw out was to do 50 videos in 48 hours. I said, oh, no, there's no way I could do that. I'm working the event. We're going to be busy learning and everything. But he's like, don't give me no excuses. Go do it. So Don convinced me to do it. Usually I'm the one dragging Don along for some crazy event. So he dragged me along this time for this craziness. And you know what? We did those 50 videos in 48 hours or so.
We did.
And I learned so much from it. I learned about people I'd known for a long time, like Kevin. I never knew he was Mr. eBay and certain things like that about him. But I also learned about confidence and comfort in videos and how easy it is when you just know that you're giving great value. When you're giving a product, you don't care that your hair is perfect. Look at my hair. It's not perfect anymore. You just share because people forget about what you look like. They only care about what you bring to them, right? They don't care. They just want to hear that insightful moment, that ping, that pop that makes a difference for them. So that, to me, was what I learned the most about myself this weekend, was I needed to get back into doing videos regularly because it matters. People like and trust you when they can see you, when your crap is behind you in the video, when your dog jumps up in the video. Nobody cares. They just want to know you. And if you keep yourself off of video, if you're too shy for video, I encourage you to do a 50 video in 48-hour challenge and just freaking do it. And you'll start feeling okay with it. And start doing videos in strange places, and people will photobomb you, and you'll just go with it. It will give you tremendous confidence. And that's what you need, because if you want to grow your business, I don't care what business you're in, if you want to grow your business, you really, in this day and age, have to do it through video. People watch YouTube more than they watch television. People start watching Periscope more than they watch television. Yellow Pages don't even exist anymore. I still get one, but I use it to have my niece and nephew sit at the kitchen table. Nobody uses the Yellow Pages anymore. So if you're going to be on video and your competitor is going to be not on video, who do you think the customer's going to call? The video people, right? So that was my biggest takeaway. Don, what was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway was actually, and I've kind of written about this on Facebook, was a personal conversation that I had with one of the leaders who actually gave a very heartfelt speech, Chris Rushlow. And I met him in a gathering where they just, it was a party, and I just happened to bump into him, and he was like, "Oh, excuse me," and then we know each other, so I just kind of went back and said, "Hey, Chris, it's me. Don't worry about it. You can bump into me anytime." So I started to ask him about. I had done a video recently about my why, and you know, in talking to Leslie, she thought it was a little long, and I had to like kind of pare it down and get it more to the point, because parts of it gets to run about 13 minutes long. And I started to talk to Chris about this, and he said, I told him what the video was about, and it's kind of about the lead up and subsequent passing of my fiance through not getting a liver transplant. And he said, no, it's your story. It's got to be as long as it is. It's your story, and you got to keep it to the length that it is. And I just took that to heart and said, yeah, because you know, I've got to get the story out there, and I really want to help people who come into the problems that that go through any relationship or any life when you're dealing with the fact that someone needs a transplant. And Colorado, we live in Colorado. Colorado right now has like 2,500 to 5,000 people who are waiting for some kind of transplant. So that was my takeaway, is like, let your inner self be who you are, and let it shine for everybody out there in the world, because you have something to share, and how you're going to share it is just you, and you being yourself. And that was pretty much my takeaway.
Now let's talk about that though for a minute.
Sure.
The real importance about getting people to know who you are and know your story, your real story, the one that makes you cry, right?
Right.
If your why doesn't make you cry, you haven't gotten to your why yet.
Oh, it makes me cry.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It makes me cry really hard.
So the real importance,
I have no problem with that.
yeah. The real importance of that is that people need to see who you are. There needs to be a level of transparency when you're on the internet. Otherwise, people feel like you're scammers.
Right.
Right? They don't. If you can't let your true self out, if you won't share the things that are really hard for you, then it's really tough for people to trust you. And then people need to know your story, because they need to know what you've overcome to know that they can overcome that too. That's the whole point in this journey, right? It's all about the journey. And we've all overcome something. What did you overcome? What have you overcome? That's the stories that we need to tell. And Chris Rushlow is a master storyteller. He is amazing. So you need your normal story, and then you need your 2-minute story, right? So you need both, but you can't do anything really well on the internet without sharing that piece of your soul, that piece of your heart. And that's where Don got to the last event, not the one in Vegas, but the one in Nashville. He finally got to where he was in touch with who he was. And what has happened in business since then, Don?
I've come away with a renewed commitment to myself, to the people that I love, and making the decisions necessary and doing the work that I need to do to make this business work and just take it to the next level. Because, you know, there is no plan B. This is plan A all the way. And having the information in the back of my mind of, like, my why is my mom, and my why is what happened with going through with Susan, that's very powerful. It's a very powerful force in my life to make things go in the right direction.
So life is for us. We get more time and financial freedom when we get in touch with that for ourselves, when we know what it is, what's our real story, what's really driving us, what's really pushing us. Because until then, it seems like we do a lot of work but don't necessarily have a lot of results. Once you get to that level, it seems to change. The results seem to change like overnight. You don't know what you've done differently, but what's done differently is inside. And that's why we'll talk a lot about mindset over the weeks coming.
Right.
The results are inside. And when you change on the inside, then everything else seems to change on the outside for you too. Okay, any last words on that, Don?
I just urge everyone to just get in touch with their own feelings and be themselves on social media, and don't try to be salesy. I actually had someone tell me recently that, you know, I watch your videos, and you're very different in person than what I projected. So some of my videos I have to like kind of take down the hard edge, you know, hey, I'm the Book of Kahuna, you got to listen to me. No, I got to, which is what Brian said. I have to be like inclusive and open and let people come into my life and not push them away by, you know, being like this and telling them what to do. That was a big video change for me.
Very big. So Kevin, what about your biggest takeaway from this last event? What was your biggest takeaway personally?
Well, I also had a chance to talk to Chris Russell at the event one-on-one, and I discussed with him, well, I'm going through this crazy situation right now, and you know, he said the same thing, that you've got to just, which I've been on this interview, when you listen to it, you'll see that I'm just open, honest, and real with people about my journey, you know, about what's happened. And, you know, Chris had talked about you've got to focus on your intentions, not what you don't want, but what you do want. And when you do that, when you see that you spend all your energy focused on where you want to go, what you want to have, and then you sort of visualize yourself already having it, that's when the manifestations start to happen. Like in our company, our intention is to get 2 sales a day, so you just have to speak that over and over and over. I will have 2 sales a day. I will have 2 sales a day. And then as time goes on, 1 sale might come in, 2 sales the next day, and then it's a process of just putting the intentions out there. And then once you do that on a consistent basis, the intentions become reality. And I mean, that's what's happened for me over the past 4 or 5 years. Things that I just kept intending to happen just would just happen. And when you're in your high level energy, things sort of manifest themselves, and you don't even have to try. You know, people just come into your life at the right time, things come into your life at the right time, and stuff just happens, and you don't control it. You just put the intentions out there, and we can help you with that to make things happen. We can kind of show you how it works. So you can click any of our links, whichever person resonates with you. If all of us do, then click them all. Check out what we have to offer, and I guess that's it for me.
So I want you to turn your screen a little bit to your whiteboard. Those are your intentions, right?
Yes. Yeah, you knew it. Yeah, I have them up there so that every day when I come into my office, I can kind of see them.
Now, you guys can't look at this office because I'm in. That's the great thing about this business. You can do it from anywhere you have an internet connection. So I'm somewhere else. I'm not in my home office like Kevin and Dawn are. But you'll notice that they both have whiteboards. They both use the whiteboards. Now, Kevin, that is really interesting. I didn't know that you had met Chris Rushlow as well there. But I think what you're speaking is the truth. I think we get wrapped up in the how do I create a lead page? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do the other? And those are the technical skills, and we'll all get them. You know, it's just learning. You can teach anyone how to do that. But what really matters is what's on the inside. It's your intention. Are you here to help people? Are you here to help others get to where they want to go? What are your intentions? And I think that was so important what you just spoke. Go a little bit more. Tell us a little bit more about that, for you anyway. Okay. What's your vision? What are you going to do for people?
Well, my vision is to help people overcome the financial challenges that they were going through. A lot of people are just in a rut, either going to a job they don't like, they're not making enough money, and they want to find another way to solve their financial issues. And so with me, I use eBay and Amazon to help those people overcome those challenges, because to me these are the easiest systems in the world to generate income because eBay and Amazon already have customers for you to buy stuff, and people want to buy stuff off of these two websites. There is like no day that goes by where somebody is not buying something all over the world. And so you just simply need to find the items that they want to buy, and they'll buy them from you. So, I mean, it couldn't be any easier than that. And then once you do that, what I recommend is that you use Empower Network with the funds that you generate from eBay and Amazon to get into a business that can give you the lifestyle that you really deserve. eBay is a very time-consuming, labor-intensive business, and you have to spend a lot of time shipping packages, dealing with questions from customers, whereas our Empower Network business is a hands-off, literally, you can be at the beach playing in the water, and you could be making thousands of dollars while you're having fun. And so my goal is to get people to get some immediate cash flow going, and then use that cash flow to generate a business where they literally, once they get it going, that they won't have to do really anything. It's just the business runs itself. You get people to see the business, and that you can generate an income. You know, some of the people in our business generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in the business when they're not even active actually in the business. They're out partying at the beach. They're sleeping. They're doing whatever. So it just want a lifestyle, and you want a business that can give you the lifestyle. And Empower Network is the business that can do that.
Yeah, and I think that's a really critical thing that you said, is that there's a lot of people that can do that, and they don't have to do a lot of work when they're earning the money. But not everybody will earn that kind of money, because there is work involved. You have to do it first. And hold on, I'm just getting to my website so that I can get the income disclosure page. So if you hear David Woods talking, you know why. But the lifestyle the work comes first, and the lifestyle comes later. So this isn't one of those get-rich-quick schemes. This is one of them where you work your butt off. Then once you work your butt off, you have put your business on automation. And that is so important. That's my goal in life, is to teach everybody how to automate their business. What business it is to teach you how to automate the business. And the reason I do that is because a couple years ago, my mother was in the hospital with kidney failure. And I have a job, right? I still have a job. And I have one of the best jobs in the world. I can't tell you how much I love my job. It's a great job. I raise my children with it. It's really fabulous. But my mother was in the hospital with kidney failure, total kidney failure. She was totally out of her head. I don't know if you know anything about kidney failure, but honestly, I thought she went into huge Alzheimer's because she was like not able to function on her own anymore. I had my children at home. I had my job back at the office. And I have some sick leave, but I don't get paid forever. I only have a limited amount. So I was struggling, trying to figure out how was I going to bring money in and care for my mother and care for my children, because my butt couldn't in the seat anymore. Thankfully, my mother got better through dialysis, and now she's living on her own, walking her dog. She's wonderful. She's fully recovered. And that's fabulous. But I never forgot that feeling of total despair. Total chaos. I was so scared. I didn't know how I was going to feed my children because I could not let my mother stay in that hospital. I knew I'd have to take her into my home. So beginning that moment, started trying to find something that I could do part-time to build up an income, that if I couldn't go back to work, that income would still be coming in. I could still feed my children, and I could be home to care for my mother, care for my children, do whatever I needed to do. That's great. I can go to the beach, but I did it because I needed to be there to care for my mother. And I want every person that can hear my voice to be able to do that too, because if you are there and you cannot handle taking care of your family because you can't financially afford that, that is the worst feeling in the world. So I will show you how to create an income that will work even if you can't. You got to do the work now, but it will work for you when you can't. And we all need a business that works, even when we don't. And God praise everything that lets you go to the beach and earn an income, but nobody needs it more than the people sitting by their loved ones in the hospital room and they can't go back to work, but they're not going to leave that loved one alone. That's my vision, and that's why I got involved in this. And this is, I firmly stand beside, this is the type of business that anybody can do from anywhere. You need an internet connection, you need a cell phone. It's best if you have a computer. That's all you need. And it shouldn't be a flip phone, it should be a smartphone, right? That's all you really need, and you can start this business. Whatever business you're in, this can be an add-on to it because it can bring money in for you, whatever you want to do. So that's my dream, that's my vision, and that's why I'm where I am. Don, we didn't really, let me tell you about the income disclosure first, because there are some people making $100,000 a month in our company. There are people who have made more than $1 million, working on their second million at least now. One man has made more than $3 million and then left the company. So here's the income disclosure, www.empowernetwork.com/income. And that shows you a lot of people don't make any money because they don't do the work. We are doing the work. We're showing you how easy is it to get on a hangout at 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning and talk for an hour. That's easy.
We're working right now.
What's that?
We're working right now.
We're working right now. This is our work. So, Don, tell us about your vision and your dream. What's your intent with this company?
My intention with this company is threefold. I have 3 different avatars that I want to help. The first one, authors who want to stay in touch with their audience, say if they've already written a book or they want to write a book, and get it out and continuously stay in the forefront of their customers and audience, because you figure, hey, you write a book, 2 years go by, nobody hears from you. You have to blog in between. You have to get your message out, keep getting your message out, and keep those customers as people who are going to come back when your next book comes out and hits the marketplace. Second group of people are bloggers. Bloggers who are out there just blogging on a WordPress free site and not making any money, that's not really helping them with their bottom line. And they really have to start optimizing and monetizing their content, because content is king, and that's the way it goes from now into the future. Digital content is going to be king. And this is big because I actually had one of my former classmates contact me recently. I want to help people who are new to the publishing industry, maybe people who just went through the MS program in PACE, NYU, like I did. Yes, I was a late bloomer. I went back and got my master's at the age of 50 plus. But the thing is, publishing is such a transient entity that people are disposable, and no one realizes that when they get into it. When you get into the publishing industry, it's all, the margins on the profit margins are so small, it's bottom line. And if you don't work in sales or marketing, you're in production, you're in editorial, your head is always on the top of the list of the people that are going to get cut out. And no one realizes that when they get into it. So I want people to have the 401k ready to go, which is a different 401k than what they give you in your company. I want them to have their lifeline ready to go and actually have their lifeline so that they can build it and then eject from the company itself. Get rid of the mothership and just do your own thing. That's it. That's my vision. And I think so many people can do that and build a future for themselves. That's where it's got to go from now on.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. All right, so we are at the top of the hour. So we're going to end this podcast, this Google Hangout. But let me ask you guys one quick, 1 minute, final, what else did you learn about time and financial freedom that you want people to take away? Kevin?
Well, just quickly jump out and just let everybody know that you've got to put in the work first. That's the key. You've got to put in the effort and take action in order to get results. That's the bottom line. We all wish we could just push a button and get results, and live the happy life, but unfortunately there is no magic pill, there's no magic button. It's all about taking action, and then once you do that, the results just speak for themselves.
I love that, taking action. Don, how about you?
Multiplicity of functions. Anything that you can do that multiplies the functions and gets things done faster. I actually heard they were talking about how you can optimize the speed in YouTube to watch videos at a faster clip. So if it says it's an hour, you can cut it down to like, what, 45 minutes? You may sound like you're listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks, but who cares? If you can understand it, you get it done faster. So it's how much information you can compress and disseminate at the same time to make sure that you're getting things done effectively.
That's great. And I want to share with everybody one of our core commitments. We have 8 core commitments in our company, and one of them is read a book every day. Read part of a book. You're not going to probably read a whole book every day, but read part of a book. And right now, I'm in the middle of a 4-hour work week. I think everybody should read that book, because one of the things that it said is that being busy does not get you results. 20% of the work you do gets you 80% of the results on average. It may be even bigger than that. So spend your time doing things that matter, not just being busy. Being on Facebook is not running your business. It's not growing your business. Do things that are income-producing activities. 20% of your time is going to give you 8% of your results. So I recommend that you read that book. Read every day, 15 minutes a day. If you take nothing away from anything we've said today, take this away. Read 15 minutes a day, a self-improvement book, and your life will change. You never believe, because those things will go into your head, and that's the biggest takeaway today, is read every day. So much has opened up for me since I started doing that. So I want to thank you for joining us, and you can read our links up above, and then when we post this video, you'll see our links below the video. We'll each have a copy of this video to post on our own page, and please, just take action. Join one of us right now. Find the person that you resonate most with. Kevin, say something, Kevin, so they can see your link.
Okay, can you see my link?
Yes, Fast
Okay.
Money. Read it out to us, Kevin.
It's myfastmoneysystem.com.
My Fast Money System, one word, all of that's one word.com. And Kevin is eBay, and I'm going to get him to teach me how to get rid of that crap in my garage. That's what I'm going to get him to teach me.
Okay.
Hey, Don, what?
Hello.
Give us your link.
Can you see me?
Yeah,
Can
go.
you see me now? Okay. What is the link? It's Work with Don. But it's there. It should be there.
bit.ly/workwithdon. So it's
Right.
a bit.ly link, right? Work with Don.
Yes. Yes,
And
it
then
is.
my link is also a bit.ly link, bit.ly/workwithleslie. Or you can connect with me, Leslie Lane Peabody, Ninjas in High Heels. You'll find me anywhere. I'm the only ninja in high heels that shows up. So find me anywhere, link with us. The book Kahuna, link with him. Mr. eBay, there is only one. Right now, I want you to go back and look, I'm pointing, Don. I'm sorry. It's the pointing thing. I want you to go back to your computer before you get off this hangout. I want you to link up with one of us. Lock arms with us. Come with us. You need to change your life, and it starts right now. You need to build time and financial freedom into your life. We can show you the method that is working for us and others. So join with one of us right now, link arms with us, and we will see you on the next hangout. Say bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next time. Take care.
Okay, and with that, Periscope people, I hit